Welcome back to the Ripco Pro Bells Beach. Heat 4 of round 4 hitting the lineup. The Tahitian Michel Bourez out there in the red. Brazil's Caio Ibelli in the blue. And Davey Cathels, the Australian, will be surfing in the white jersey. Maybe just become a little bit complacent with these hungry young newcomers as Michel Bourez. He looks to get a good score on the board early here. Nice top turn to get started. Floats down the line, a great amount of speed. Nice vertical foam climb there. Michel is turning around some really sad history with this performance in 2016. The last 4 years he's been knocked out in round 2, so this is already a solid turnaround for the Tahitian.
And it's a funny year too for Michel Bourez. He has to kind of find that magic again he had a couple of years ago. Opening swoop there for Michel. Even those little snaps have a lot of power. Crazy amount of speed in that floater. But he's just got strong legs, so he didn't even think about buckling, even though there was a ton of pressure on his deck when he landed that little floater. And this is where the wave just fizzled out when he finally reached the bowl. So again, just kind of a game of chess out there, trying to get repositioned.
Offshore, just walls and get to land at some turns. Those are the ways I love to surf, and to surfing with two of my favorite surfers, guys I've looked up to forever, is awesome.
And ninth on the Gold Coast, you already got a quarterfinal finish here, you know, maybe moving on through even further, but just tell me about the evolution of coming from the Gold Coast into Bells and into the quarterfinals.
Yeah, the snapper was super fun, and I felt like I learned a lot kind of competing there, and just felt like I kind of got my feet. And then here, the waves are just, you know, really fun, and it's been powerful and kind of a lot of power surfing, and just been feeling good. I got my family, and minus my brother, which I wish he was here too. Shock as if you're watching, but I think he's in Indo, so.
The positive for Connor is it doesn't look like he's overthinking it once he's on his feet. He is just on the attack, letting go of some big turns. As was this man during the interview, Davey Cathels, starting to light up. Yeah,
great natural reflexes for Connor. And I like that little extra carve down for Davey. Cathels just realizing he didn't really connect with that maneuver 100%, so he tried to squeeze just a little more rail work out of it. And the judges have said they're not going to really get too excited about the last move, but watch this. Very clean little tail slide. Bing. So nice positive finish there for Davey.
Oh, mate, that's always utilised. Here we go. Great waves, eh? Look at this one.
Oh, it is pumping at the moment as we see Caio unleash, just fading back halfway through that turn as he sets up maneuver 2, driving off the bottom. A nice steep wall to play with. Throws down the layback. Barton Lynch getting excited and drifts that tail. Great control as he gets out onto the open face now and just looks to transition through to the inside. And again, just goes to that layback, but doesn't quite hit the nail on the head the way you would have liked, but a clean float to finish. 16 minutes to go, Barton. What did you make of that ride?
It was a beauty. The waves are just pumping. I've just come in from a couple of hour session out at Winky Pop.
You were ripping, and we're watching Michel Bourez now, trying to find an answer for Caio's last ride. And the big Tahitian puts his board on rail to get started. Nice big wall to play with here. And Michel holds that line through that second turn. Really drawing his moves out at the moment. Here comes that section of the wave, which typically flattens out, but does build again through to the inside. And Michel floats, throws his board up one more time, a little caught up here, and he's not going to ride out of that final foam climb, but not a bad answer to what we saw from Caio Ibelli. Just under 15 minutes to go.
We talk about those extensions through bottom turns. He actually really had to get that done in this wave. Nice, strong opening snap. See how he waited? He actually had a few weaves there. Watch this bottom turn. Holds it, holds it, holds it. He held it there for a good couple of seconds. And that's because that wave was not standing up. So by the time he actually saw the lip stand up just for a second, then he attacked it. So very patient and smart surfing from Michel. Again, a tricky wave, and he made a score out of it.
Waiting on the numbers to come through. Here's the slow-mo of one of those first turns.
And a really beautiful extension too. A lot of times Michel, he's so strong, sometimes he can rip through his carbs and get just a little messy, but he's cleaned up that action he has. He's got a really strong upper body too. A lot of times he rips his upper body through those carbs. I like how he's kind of quieted down a little bit, and he's refined his technique. There's that little extra weave he had just to wait for the timing. He knows that this lip's not coming at him, so he's going to extend through this carve. Look how high he was, right next to the edge of that lip. So he was really kind of playing with fire there. And you saw him right there, Ronnie, kind of tweak that carve out, really trying to show the judges, hey, I'm in control here.
He just sliced such a deep cut in that wave too. Really does have a lot of strength in that lower body.
That was that example right there of that long bottom turn. See, as soon as that wall barely kind of got steep, he went on an attack and kind of pumped into it. So again, this bowl has a tendency to lay down. You really have to attack it as soon as it stands up. Caio Ibelli, he's got a healthy wide stance, but he utilizes his front leg so well. Really strong on that front leg. A lot of surfers are guilty of being back-footed. That's not the case for Caio. He has got a strong front leg, and you can see, look at all that control. He kind of leaned on that front leg because he's so strong and released that tail. So it really does look like he's kind of snowboarding out there. It's different, but what's cool for Caio Ibelli is Bells is hard to surf, and he always looks like he's in control out here because of that neutral stance.
Michel Bourez on the inside in third priority. Happy to pick up this one and just build speed for this first section. And digs right in, but can't ride out. 8.5 minutes to go to get himself into the lead. But Davey scratching again into this one. He's not going to get over it. And as a result, he'll surrender that priority as Michel Bourez picks one off down the line. 19 seconds to go.
Bells, again, it puts you on ice. This surf spot where it's located here in Australia, it's tucked away. And that, what happens is you'll get long lulls, 5, 6, 7 minutes at a time. So that's a pretty low requirement for Caio to need. That'll be hard to digest, losing with only needing a 5.3.
So that sets up some pretty interesting round 5 heats. Mick Fanning will take on Davey Cathels in heat 3 of round 5, and Caio Ibelli will be up against Geordie Smith. It is Michel Bourez with a heat score total of 13.36, who is moving on through directly to the quarterfinal.